Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name is Lavinia and I post beauty videos regarding makeup and skincare 3 times a week, every Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday at 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So if that's something you're interested in, I'd love for you to join my channel by hitting the big red subscribe button. So today I'm going to be doing a wear test on a primer. I recently have been on this hunt for the best primer, and I've been hearing so much hype and just so many people use the Milk Hydro Grip primer. This is apparently supposed to be like glue for your face. It's supposed to really glue down your makeup. Now I actually have used this a couple times, but I just haven't done like a side-by-side half face wear test to really see, does it actually prolong my makeup or is it more in my head? That's what we're going to be doing today. I've already used this product before, but I just kept the box because I knew I wanted to do this type of video. So we're going to be putting this on half of my face and wearing it for around 12 hours to see if this really makes my makeup look better on one side or the other. So if you want to see me put the Milk Hydro Grip primer to the ultimate test, just keep on watching.
Oh, you tell me stories, you tuck me in, and the second you leave, I call you right back to check for monsters in my sheets.
Alright, so before we get into applying this, we're going to get into some product information to see all the claims of the products, then we can compare all those claims to the actual review later on. So this claims to be a long wear gel makeup primer. It's supposed to hydrate with hemp-derived cannabis seed extract, and it's supposed to grip makeup with blue agave extract. Interesting. I did buy the mini version of this, 0.33 fluid ounce, 10 milliliters, just because I have so much makeup that I really don't need a full size of a primer unless I go through this, and then I'd get that one if I really like it. You know, it's supposed to be very hydrating but also make your makeup stick to the skin. It has aloe water, sweet cherry, hyaluronic acid, and B vitamins to boost the skin and give it a healthier looking glow. It's also oil-free, silicone-free, and it's a clear formula that works across all skin tones and types. So I do like that this has no silicone in it. That is really cool. I'm gonna go on their website real quick just to see if there's any other information that maybe I am missing. So kind of the same thing. You know, we have a lot of good ratings on here. A lot of people claim this to be like the glue to makeup. Like if you want your makeup to last all day long, this is what you should be doing. It has a 4.6 out of 5 stars based off 1.5k reviews, and it is rated a best of beauty by Allure. So it's supposed to be a double dose to hydrate plus hold primer. I think I've heard enough. There's a lot of good claims for this, so let's get to applying it. All right, guys, so I'm just gonna zoom you guys in right nice and close. So this is what the skin is looking like. I just finished applying my SPF, so that's the last step I did. And let's get to applying this. Now I'm gonna, as I said, I have used this before, but I'm gonna read off the instructions for you guys. So it says to pump 1 to 2 shots of the primer on the back of your hand, blend a thin layer onto clean skin before makeup application, and then allow the formula to absorb into the skin for 1 minute to really activate the grip for an all-day hold. So I'm going to take the product. It's just a gel consistency. I'm going to take 1.5 pumps, and I'm going to be applying the primer on this side of the skin today. I like to kind of use a swiping as well as a patting motion, since it is kind of that sticky gel formula. Kind of reminds me of like a brow gel in consistency. I'm gonna smooth it into this side of my skin. So right off the bat, this side of the skin definitely feels a little bit more tacky, and this side does not feel as tacky. So there we go. I'm going to go ahead and let this sit for a minute. All right, so now I'm gonna apply my foundation. I'm gonna be using my Sephora Best Skin Ever. I'm going to just use a beauty blender today. So I'm gonna start on the side where I did not apply the primer. There we go. And now I'm going to apply the same amount on the side where we did apply the primer. Side's just a little bit more tacky, but letting that primer just sink in for a minute definitely does help. Alright guys, so here is the foundation so far. This is not really a smoothing primer or anything like that, so kind of looking the same on both sides, but I'm gonna go do the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I just finished doing my makeup. Went with more of a mauve pink look today, kind of matched up the eyes and lips. But taking a look at the makeup right now, I don't see a huge difference. Again, this is not like a smoothing primer or anything. We'll say my makeup is sitting really nicely on this side, but not a huge difference between what I'm seeing over here and what I'm seeing over here. So really the true test with this one will be to see if this side wears longer throughout the day than this side. So I will check in with you guys later on. Alright guys, so it is now the end of the day. I got super busy today and wasn't able to do like a midday update, but I did look at my skin throughout the day and I didn't notice a huge difference. So I thought, you know, I'd wait till the end of the night and see what the skin really looks like. So let's take a look. So the biggest thing I'm noticing right now is in my smile line. I'm gonna pull you guys in a bit closer. So I feel like my smile line is actually more accentuated on the side that we use the primer, the Hydro Grip, right over here. And I don't know if it's like because I smile more on this side, but it just kind of sunk into my skin a little bit more over here. Whereas over here, it's a little bit more smooth. If we look around my nose, it's a little bit more broken up on this side rather than this. And in this like pore region right here, I do feel like things are looking a little bit more smooth up into my cheek area than over here. My chin, it's kind of getting broken up on each side, but I do think we have more breaking going on over here. And then for my forehead, it's actually looking pretty good. I feel like maybe just a little bit less oily here. And then for my nose, kind of pretty similar on each side. For some reason I have less creasing on this side. I don't think I took the primer that high up, but maybe I did. Honestly, the makeup looks pretty good, but I don't see like that big of a difference on one side versus the other. I do think this primer helps to keep in the makeup a little bit more locked in, but you know, you're not gonna see like the biggest difference in the world. I do think it's one of the better primers I've tried at keeping your makeup in place, but you know, like this side is looking pretty smooth and stuff, but you know, really comparing the two, it's not like your makeup's gonna look like a disaster without it. You know, it may help a little bit just to keep it intact more, keep it from breaking less, and everything like that. So what are my final thoughts? So as I said, I've used this primer quite a few times in the past. I do like it as a primer. I think it's easy to use. I like that it sinks into the skin but gives your skin a bit of that tacky feel just to hold on makeup better. I also think makeup applies really nicely over top using either a sponge or a brush. It's very, very easy to work with. Makeup lays down very nicely over it, and overall I do think that, you know, it can make the makeup a little bit more long lasting on one side versus the other. I do also think it lives up to the points that it's like hydrating and rejuvenating for the skin with some of those aloe and hyaluronic acid ingredients. So I do enjoy that since I do have dry skin, and sometimes wearing makeup throughout the day can dry out my skin, but it also doesn't make my skin oily either, which is nice. Do I think it's the ultimate glue for your makeup? Yes and no. I think, you know, it can help a little bit, but it's not going to create a drastic difference and completely make sure that your makeup is glued onto the skin. You know, I'm really testing out a bunch of primers right now, and I'm trying to find one that really makes a difference to kind of prove if primers really work or not. And with this one, I do see a bit of a difference, but not anything too drastic. So I'd love to hear from you guys as well. What are your thoughts on this Milk Hydro Grip primer? What have you seen? And hopefully you found this video helpful. I've been wearing this makeup for around like 11 hours, almost 12, so I think it's time to take it off. I think that's a good amount of time to test out the makeup and really see how each side is looking. So hopefully you got something out of this video, and if you did enjoy, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and also make sure to turn on my post notifications so you get notified every single time I upload a new video. All the products I used today will be linked down below in the description if you are interested. Make sure to also go follow my TikTok and Instagram. They're both Lavinia Rasanda. I post a lot of content on there if you want to see more from me. But that is all. I love you guys all so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Oh, you tell me stories, you tuck me in, and the second you leave, I call you right back to check for monsters in